Hello, I'm Taylour Tedder, City Manager for Boulder City, and welcome to the latest episode of Tedder Talks, a once-a-month look at issues and people impacting Boulder City. COVID-19 had a deep impact on so many sectors of our community: homeowners, businesses, schools, municipal agencies. We all saw negative effects to revenues and expenses, among other things. The American Rescue Plan Act, or ARPA, provides communities with funds that they need to move forward post-pandemic. The program supports efforts to fight the pandemic and support families and businesses struggling with its public health and economic impacts, maintain vital public services even amid declines in revenue, and build a strong, resilient, and equitable recovery by making investments that support long-term growth and opportunity. Boulder City is the recipient of $21.7 million from ARPA. This one-time funding is meant to help communities recover from the COVID pandemic. The city must spend up to $11.7 million on ARPA-approved expenditures, which means water, wastewater infrastructure, pandemic response, supporting nonprofits, small businesses, premium pay, and much more. Up to $10 million may be spent in any way under the streamlined revenue loss provision that's recently been updated by the Department of Treasury. In February, I presented our City Council with details on ARPA funding and requirements on how the $21 million allocated to Boulder City can be used for COVID relief, infrastructure improvements, and more. These funds are critical as we recover from the pandemic and make a meaningful, once-in-a-generation, positive impact on the community. Here is a quick look at some pressing needs from Boulder City staff leadership.
So we do have a number of old facilities that need a rehab look or ADA modifications, so this would be a good way to do it. I think the DWP building is a very important asset in our community. It was built in the 1930s, and obviously it does have some ADA issues that we would like to fix. This would be a perfect opportunity to do that.
So we have really three priorities for us right now. One is an additional fire station on the lake side of town, which would, for obvious reasons, faster response times, additional support would be a huge benefit. Our second priority would be to add a fire training tower next to the station. Right now we do all of our live fire training either in Henderson Fire, North Las Vegas, which is a very long ride. And then our third priority would be the classroom, an additional classroom for the city, both for the fire department, police department, and for other city staff.
I think my number one priority would be to either revamp our city shops or to build a new city shops. I'm not sure exactly how old this building is, but we do have a picture inside that shows city trucks out here before 1950. So it's outdated. It would definitely save a lot of money, just making our guys more efficient. We're trying to do more and more work in-house, so that means more project for our guys. And if they're spent driving around picking up materials, that's wasting time and money.
We receive around 1.3 million gallons of wastewater down here a day. ARPA funds used for water system improvements, upgrading our water meters, and replacing water mains. And that'll benefit our residents by continuing to ensure a reliable and safe supply of water to everybody.
A new wastewater treatment plant would be near the top of that list for me. We currently do not reuse all of the water, the indoor water that goes to our waste collection system. And really, we've got a crisis. It's all hands on deck for our reservoir that we all share, even with other states and Mexico, that we need to do everything we can to make sure that that's sustainable. The way we're kind of set up here, we can't really get that water back to the supply, but a new wastewater treatment facility would allow us to repurpose that water. It's really important for me to see that we look to the future for sustainability and just everything that we can. So recycling all of our indoor wastewater is one of those ways.
Now that you've heard some of the needs identified by staff, here's your chance to help us with selecting projects. The city created a webpage for residents to learn more and submit their ideas. Visit bcnv.org/ARPA to learn more and provide suggestions. The city survey lists options that residents can select or add their own ideas on an online form for submission electronically or printed. Residents can also provide comments by emailing arpa@bcnv.org. Making sure our residents have an opportunity to suggest how we allocate funding is important to me and important to our City Council. I look forward to hearing ideas from our community. Be sure to check out Tedder Talks once a month at bcnv.org/Tedder. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next month.